Hi guys, good day to you all. This is Adam and today we're going to talk about Lesson 7, Employee Development. First, let's take a quick overview of this short lesson. This chapter tackles about the process of how do employees develop from time to time in terms of knowing their strengths, weaknesses, and interests by showing how new and expanded job responsibilities are available to them to meet their personal growth needs. Also, this chapter will be very beneficial to us students for us to be ready in our future jobs. There are three topics to be discussed in this session. Number one is the relationship among development, training, and careers, which tackles about the personal growth of an employee. Topic 2 is development planning systems. And last but not the least is topic 3, approaches to employee development. Getting back. So the first one we're going to talk about is the relationship among development, training, and careers. What is development? It refers to formal education, job experiences, relationships, and assessment of personality and abilities. So basically, it is the background of a person that tells whether he or she can do certain things, especially in the industrial world, based from his or her timeline. For formal education, we cannot deny that most companies in the industrial world is eyeing the university we came from because of the statistics and also the experiences of having an employee from specific universities too. Of course, it is very beneficial to the company if the applicant is well trained and competent enough. Now for development and careers. Today's career are known as protean careers. A protean career is based on self-direction with the goal of psychological success. This one talks about how employees can be very versatile in terms of doing professional work and also maximizing our capabilities as an employee. One example is, an engineer may decide to take a sabbatical from his or her position to work in management at the United Way agency for a year. The purpose of the assignment could be to develop his or her managerial skills as well as help her personally evaluate if he or she likes managerial work instead. So basically, it is also our interest that can also affect our future professional well-being. Maybe one day you like doing office work and then at the same time you like arts as well. Or another example is, you are a graduated CPA but at the same time you have the specialty to do programming and gaming as well. So it is telling us to develop new skills in order to be able to adapt the future world that can lead us to places or even more, or even to create our own success. Moving on to topic 2, development planning systems. Development planning system. It is a system to retain and motivate employees by identifying and meeting their development needs. There are 4 ways to determine what an employee must go through before entering the industrial world. First is self-assessment. Self-assessment refers to the use of information by employees to determine their career interests, values, aptitudes, and behavioral tendencies. Through this assessment, a development need can be identified. This need can result from gaps between current skills or interests and the type of work or position the employee wants. So self-assessment is a need of each employee in order to know their gaps between their current skills or interests and the type of work or position the employee wants. Next is reality check. Reality check refers to the information employees receive about how the company evaluates their skills and knowledge and where they fit into the company's plans. So reality check is the thing we can look up to whether we are doing good or we are lacking of skills or effort. It is basically the reality check after the things we do for the company. Next is goal setting. Goal setting refers to the process of employees developing short and long-term development objectives. So goal setting is the stage wherein how do employees develop their professional skills. Normally, employees go through this stage to be able to access the position they want to be in a company. Setting a goal is also must because it enables you to strive more and more and it naturally forces you to reach your capabilities when doing professional work. Next is action planning. Action plan is basically the written strategy or the hypothesis of everything they need to do in order to achieve their short and long-term career goals. For me, this is very necessary because it's like the backbone of everything you want to reach in your life or in your work life. This conveys on what you will do to reach your desired position. Moving on to the last topic, topic 3, approaches to employee development. There are 4 approaches used to develop employees such as formal education, assessment, job experiences, and interpersonal relationship. For formal education programs include off-site and on-site programs designed specifically for the company's employees. Short courses offered by consultants or universities, executive MBA programs, and university programs in which participants actually live at the university while taking classes. These programs may involve lectures by business experts, business games and simulation, adventure learning, and meeting with customers. Formal education is basically the stage where present employees were trained in a certain period of time in order to be competent enough to work in the industrial world and for the community. This is mainly done within a university and takes 4 to 5 years or more, depending on the course. Formal education is generally essential to employees because this gives them the formal competence they need to be able to go in the real world. Next is assessment. Assessment involves collecting information and providing feedback to employees about their behavior, communication styles, or skills. Assessments are used for several reasons. First, assessment is most frequently used to identify employees with managerial potential and to measure current managers' strengths and weaknesses. Assessments is also used to identify managers with the potential to move into higher level executive positions. And it can be used with the work teams to identify the strengths and weaknesses of individual team members and the decision processes or communication styles that inhibit the team's productivity. Assessments can help employees understand their tendencies, needs, the type of work environment they prefer, and the type of work they might prefer to do. So assessment is the process wherein an employee is tested to work well and be monitored by an assessor in order for them to know the managerial potential, strengths, and weaknesses of an employee, and also to identify possible managers with the potential to move into higher level workload. Assessments can help employees understand their tendencies, needs, and the type of work environment they prefer to do. Next is personality tests and inventories. This one is pretty simple. These tests are extremely essential before hiring someone in a specific position. These tests will identify whether the applicant is competent enough for his or her desired job. The example here is the Myers-Briggs Type Inventory or MBTI refers to an assessment that is based on Carl Jung's personality type theory. This theory emphasizes that we have a fundamental personality type that shapes and influences how we understand the world, process information, and socialize. The assessment determines which one of 16 personality types fits best. The 16 unique personality types are based on preferences for introversion, I, or extraversion, E, sensing, S, or intuition, N, thinking, T, or feeling, F, and judging, J, or perceiving, P. The assessment tool identifies individuals' preferences for energy, introversion versus extraversion, information gathering, sensing versus intuition, decision making, thinking versus feeling, and lifestyle, judging versus perceiving. Each personality type has implications for work habits and interpersonal relationships. For example, individuals who are introverted, sensing, thinking, and judging, known as ISTJs, tend to be serious, quiet, practical, orderly, and logical. These persons can organize tasks, be decisive, and follow through on plans and goals. ISTJs have several weaknesses because they do not tend to use the opposite preferences: extraversion, intuition, feeling, and perceiving. These weaknesses include problems dealing with unexpected opportunities, appearing too task-oriented, or impersonal to colleagues, and making overly quick decisions. Next is assessment center. At an assessment center, multiple raters or evaluators evaluate employees' performance on a number of exercises. An assessment center is usually an off-site location such as a conference center. Assessment centers are primarily used to identify if employees have the personality characteristics, administrative skills, and interpersonal skills needed for managerial jobs. They are also increasingly being used to determine if employees have the necessary skills to work in teams. The types of exercises used in assessment includes leaderless group discussion, interviews, in baskets, and role plays. Next is performance appraisal and 360-degree feedback system. Performance appraisal is the process of measuring employees' performance. This includes providing a clear understanding of the differences between current performance and expected performance, identifying causes of the performance discrepancy, and developing action plans to improve performance. Managers must be trained in frequent performance feedback. Managers also need to monitor employees' progress in carrying out action plans. So this one is also needed because this will also help to identify whether one applicant is versatile and well-trained enough for their desired job. This will also help to improve one's performance and to elevate their current performance and their expected performance. Now, a 360-degree feedback system, the employee behavior or skills are evaluated not only by subordinates but by peers, customers, their bosses, and themselves. And then the raters complete a questionnaire asking them to rate the person on a number of different dimensions. So it's like gathering information from different sources surrounding an employee. And last but not the least is job experiences. Most employee development occurs through job experiences. Relationship, problems, demands, tasks, or other features that employees face in their jobs. A major assumption of using job experiences for employee development is that development is most likely to occur when employees are given stretch assignments. Stretch assignments refer to an assignment in which there is a mismatch between the employee's skills and past experiences and the skills required for success on the job. To succeed in their jobs, employees must stretch their skills. That is, they are forced to learn new skills, apply their skills and knowledge in a new way, and master new experiences. So in conclusion, job experiences gives a big impact to an employee to be more versatile and in doing their professional work. So that's it, guys. Again, this is Adam Joshua Losentes of Group 3. Thank you for listening.